Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. Before we dive into things, I wanted to remind everybody that you can pre-order Modern Horizons 2 from my affiliates at Harry Tarantula if you're Canadian, or TCG Player anywhere else in the world. Both are linked in the description. And you can follow me on Twitter at CMDRMechanic, where I'll live tweet newly revealed cards as they are revealed, along with my impressions and how breakable they can get. We recently got some of the first looks at Modern Horizons 2, coming in just a couple of weeks, and among those revealed was the fact that the set's red-green archetype is going to be Storm. To show this off, we had revealed Thrasta, Tempest Roar. This 12 mana 7/7 has Trample, Haste, and Hexproof the turn it enters the battlefield. It also tramples over Planeswalkers, a new feature that we have never before seen. But, best of all, Thrasta here costs 3 mana less for every other spell cast this turn, meaning that you can reduce her down to just double green even after commander attacks, so long as you can cast a handful of spells in a turn. Now, I have been dying to see a Spellslinger-centric mono-green commander for a while. It's not an archetype we have ever seen before, as green focuses mostly on lands and creatures more than it does spells. The closest we get right now is the hybrid mana Wart the Raid Mother or the Teamer-colored Kalamax the Stormsire. Both are either propped up by other colors or focus on creatures. So this begs the question, how would I go about building a Spellslinger deck in mono-green? Typically, Spellslinger decks like to stay low casting cost, replenish their hand, and cast free spells whenever they can. I've got a few Spellslinger deck tune-ups on the channel featuring Izzet commanders like Jorian Ruin Diver, Niv Mizzet, and even the new Veyran out of C21. These decks want on-cast triggers to maximize synergies. But what if green wants to cast spells for other reasons? Making our creatures bigger or cheaper, like Thrasta here? Well, step 1 is looking at cards that refill our hand. Cantrips, as they're called. We have creature-based cantrips like Elvish Visionary, ramp-based cantrips like Abundant Growth, and combat-based cantrips like Charge Through. These are all great ways to chain multiple spells together without losing steam, or card advantage. We could also use cards like Guardian Project, Beast Whisperer, or the Great Henge to turn all of our creature spells into cantrips. This can ensure we'll never run out of things to cast in hand. Remember, unlike Magecraft from Strixhaven, regular Storm doesn't care whether you're casting a creature, a sorcery, or an enchantment, just other spells. We could potentially also use cards like Recycle for big risk, big reward. While it reduces our maximum hand size to just 2 cards, it turns everything, even lands we play, into cantrips, an easy way to maximize card advantage. So this also begs the question, how can we cast multiple spells in a turn? We'll be limited by mana, so we'll want ways to ramp that either refill our hand like Explore, or don't cost any mana like Land Grant, or even refund their mana value like a Carpet of Flowers. These all help us keep the spell train rolling. It is important to note that ramp spells that fetch untapped lands are very important to us. 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, and Skyshroud Claim essentially refund mana, adding to our storm count and continuing our ability to chain further. But the question is, what is our payoff? Well, apart from our commander, that's really where we're lacking. There are only 3 green spells with Storm right now: Sprouting Vines, Weather the Storm, and Hunting Pack. These aren't really feasible win conditions just yet, largely because they don't get us any closer to winning the game, or just cost a lot of mana. That's where I'm really hoping Modern Horizons 2 is going to give us some good payoffs. Something like a Grape Shot or a Brain Freeze that can close out a game via Storm. If we can get something like that, then this deck, this archetype, is golden. Now, I did want to talk about a few Rule 0 options here. For anyone not familiar, Rule 0 is an unwritten rule about Commander that pertains to setting expectations and exceptions for yourself and your playgroup. For instance, some playgroups may house ban cards. That is a Rule 0 discussion. Some playgroups may unban cards based on their experience to playtest. Some playgroups may allow players to play with silver-bordered cards as commanders as a unique experience. Well, with Thrasta here, there would be two Rule 0 conversations I'd be interested in having. The first is unofficial partnering. Thrasta, a storm-based dinosaur, has a natural mirrored partner in Atali Primal Storm. These two together would make for a fun, unique team leading a commander deck. While not technically legal, it makes it interesting to put these two in the command zone together and see how much fun we can have. The second would be unbanning a card. The card Biorhythm is currently on the commander banned list and is one of Green's only spell-based potential win conditions. If I were to build a Storm or Spellslinger style mono-green deck, I would talk to my playgroup about allowing for this card to be played within it. This emerging archetype needs all the help it can get right now. Stay tuned here to the channel as we take a look at more interesting, unique cards spoiled from Modern Horizons 2. You know I can't help but try to break these cards while building interesting, cool, and fun decks. Though, as always folks, as I am always going to say, good luck, and above all, have fun.